Howdy, howdy, howdy. Happy to be here and happy you're here with me. And if you're new here and enjoy this type of content, I hope you'll subscribe. Okay, so today we're just going to go over what I have done this week. How this week has been. So, let's see. Sunday. Where are the aliens? I got 2 aliens done. I just love this little pattern. The actual pattern, I can never remember whose patterns is whose, but the actual pattern for this calls for 2 eyes. But I really like how it looks with just 1 eye. I might have to try some with 2 eyes, but for right now, I like that. And, of course, I'd never have these patterns up while I am talking. Okay, so this is a pattern called Space Invader Weavy. And the pattern is by Meg's Makes Crochet. Super cute and easy, quick to make. Love it. Next, I got this weenie dog done. You've probably seen her on my pattern review, but yeah, got 1 weenie dog done. Doxie dog, Dutch the Doxie, and so he is up and available on my website. And later that day I was scrolling trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the week. What patterns I wanted to try, and I saw several little snake patterns, and I was like, snake, that's so easy, no pattern needed. Just go with it. So I got 3 little snake done. Just a little snake, no big. I didn't really want to go with the big fat head, you know, because garden snakes barely have a head. So I just little bitty snakes. I went a little color crazy trying to figure out how to use up some scrap yarn, which this is a really good scrap buster. So I got 3 little snakes done, and I obviously did write up the pattern because, you know, they're exactly the same spots, the stripes. So I did write up the pattern, but if you want it, just let me know, and I will put it on the list of patterns to go out. Let's see, what else did I get done? So I spent most of Monday typing. Typing up the patterns for the snake and also the ladybug, which you haven't seen yet. But I wrote it up and got it ready. See, my problem is I will make something and it works out great. I write it down on a little scrap piece of paper, and eventually I go to my computer and type it up, and then I've got to make another one to take pictures with. So it's a process. It might not be the most efficient process, but that's my process. And next up, I got another T-Rex. I liked that one that I did before so much that I did it again, but I had to go with a darker color because I had none of that mint green left from the Big Twist plush. So hopefully one of these companies will come out with the new version of Big Twist plush and the colors that I want. So yeah, I got this T-Rex done, ready to go. And let's see. So Tuesday, of course, I did my video, and then I took a big giant nap. I don't know what was up with me that day, but boy, I just couldn't hang, basically. Just couldn't. So later that evening, I got 3 of my little tiny frogs done. And yeah, super cute, easy to make. Got 3 of those done. I love it. I love their little chunky face. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what that is. And then I got 1 chicken done before I went to bed. This is my new sesame chicken with wings. And yeah, a little bit bigger than my original sesame chicken, but that's just because I'm using different yarn, and I added extra row, and made some new head ornaments. Alright, and then of course now we're on to Wednesday already. Wednesday I made another chicken, and then I don't know why these took forever, probably because I was on the phone with my bestie for a couple hours. So these took quite a while. But I got some more mice and balls done for the cat toys, and that pretty much ate my day. I was on the phone off and on all day with my best friend. So we've been best friends since we were teenagers. So that was good. And of course later that day I went ahead and wrote up those patterns for the mice and ball, even though, I mean, it's kind of basic, but I wanted to make sure I didn't go, you know, willy-nilly and try to remember every single time. If I'm going to be making these all the time, I need a basic pattern that I'm going to be following. So that's what happened then. And Thursday was Armadillo Day, which was yesterday. I started this armadillo and I got all the parts done, and I was like, I really need to make a video about how to join this section here. And because I get, every single time I get a question about this pattern, it's always about this section. And every once in a while about this section, but most of the time always that's that section right there. So yesterday I did that. It took me 5 tries to get what I got. It was awful. I was having such a brain part day. It was so bad. He's like, I actually sat here and did it and took the card out of my camera and put it in the computer. Nothing. I forgot to even hit play, record. And then the next time I messed it up. And then the next time I forgot to even put the card in the camera. I was like, come on, woman, what's wrong with you? You know, like, come on, get your stuff together here. It was really frustrating. So, and then on top of that, I had to do all the editing to it as well. And we're talking by 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm like, I am so over this armadillo. So that was pretty bad. So in my next sit back, relax, stop stressing, it's over, let's move on. I got a ladybug done, and that was just making sure my pattern was up to snuff the way I wanted it, and because I had it all typed up from the other day, but I forgot to put the antennas in it. So I had to go back and take pictures of every single thing. And then this morning I went in and got that pattern all tip-top shape, and it is out to the testers already. But I did manage to finish the last 2 ladybugs. Oh, excuse me. Last 2 ladybugs, and this week is done. Tonight I might, I don't know. My brain really needs a break. I might work on a possum tonight. But other than that, I think we're pretty much done. Or I guess I could make another snake and film pictures. Not film. Take pictures while I go. Which, I mean, what can you take pictures of? Where to put the eyes? Where to put your colors? I don't know. Voila, you're done. It's pretty easy. Anyway, there you go. That is the extent of my week. Didn't have any doctor's appointments this week, so that was good. I do have some coming up next week. And my mom is having surgery on Monday. So that'll be interesting. Dad will be by himself. Even more interesting. Like, please don't burn the house down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No doctor's appointments. Nothing special. Oh, one thing. I had, apparently the day that I was having all kinds of issues. On top of that, I had ordered some coat hangers. Just ordered coat hangers. I failed to recognize that they were baby coat hangers. So on top of my bad day, I get all these coat hangers, and they are baby coat hangers. And it's like, well, take them to the neighbors. They got 3 kids. I couldn't deal with anything more. It was too much. So, I have an event tomorrow. It's a small event from 9 to 2. It's a small, maybe half a dozen vendors. So I'm not really expecting a whole lot from it, but it'll give me a chance to maybe make a few bucks because it's a free event. I don't have to pay anything to get into it, so that's really always great. I like those, even if it's not profitable. But I will definitely be looking more forward to the 30th and the 31st because that's a big one. And I don't know. Hopefully between now and then, I still have about 20 items on my list of things to do. So hopefully between now and then, I will get those done. I actually managed to get 19 items done this week, plus writing up patterns and doing videos. So I've had a very busy week. So hopefully next week will be just as busy. Keep my mind off of things. So, alright, well, if you've been here this long, I appreciate you for hanging out with me. And I will see y'all after my market. Bye-bye.